Hi everyone, my name is Jeff Birdsong. I'm the instructor for the summer online classes that will go on throughout the months of June and July. This recording here is, above anything else, really just an experiment on my part to see if we can get this recording to work. So this is the set of slides for the Getting Started section of the class. So you should have an opportunity to have looked over these slides and also the script that I have included with it, so you have some comments and notes about each one of those slides. Here's just a way to hear my voice, and again, a lesson for me to see how we can come up with a new process of recording these lectures. So glad to have you in the class, and let's just quickly walk through or go through these slides. So as we can see here, what you should have already been doing is to look over the syllabus and the web page. I'm recording this on Thursday of the very first week of the semester. So for most of you, you should have already gone through most of this process. Just a way of reassuring us, I suppose. As you can see here, the syllabus is going to be a reference point that we turn to time and again. So make sure that you have access to the syllabus. It wouldn't be a bad idea to print it off, but also just know where it's located there on the website. Many of you have commented or asked me questions about the text. And certainly just keep in mind that the text that I'll be using is the one that's in the syllabus, the particular edition, hardcover. And if you don't have that one, there's still ways in which you can use another textbook, but the pages aren't going to be the same. And there'll be times in which I'll be making references to something that you just simply don't have access to. And again, we can see other materials that we have here for that you need to look over in the syllabus. There should be something that you can do every day of the semester. And again, here's the material that we have. A lot of the areas of support through the college that you'll find on pages, starting really on page 6 of the syllabus. And notice there the calendar, number 14 here on this slide, that you'll find from pages 9 through 13. Try to follow that calendar as best as possible, and that will certainly give you an idea on any given day what you should be preparing for, what you should be doing. But more than anything else, you got to get out there, jump in the pool, and try to figure out how to use the website. And that becomes extremely important. The more you use it, the better off you're going to be. And here's, you can see some of the material that should be available to you when you go onto the web page. Okay, so this is the areas that we use on the menu bar really on a daily basis. Content, assignments. When we start to have grades after the second week, we'll have those posted. And then class lists, if you want to find out who's in the groups with you when we start doing the group project, that can be very helpful. On a weekly basis, especially the news reviews, notice that. Make sure then if you go to the Dropbox, you will see where you need to post your assignments on what particular folders. So make sure that you pay attention to that. We have discussion topics every week, and you'll find those under communication, so be ready for that. And then of course our weekly quizzes. We have 15 chapters that we're covering throughout this semester. So in blocks, and we have 5 tests. So in blocks of three chapters, we'll be covering for each one of those sets of quizzes and then also our test. So that's the way to approach this. First test will be chapters 1, 2, and 3. And that's also what we'll have for our fill-in-the-blank vocabulary quizzes as well. All right, so here we are, as I said, recording this, and the last day of the first week. You'll probably have access to this by Monday of the second week. And so a lot of this should be accomplished by that time if you look over these steps. This is a natural process as far as the Greek philosopher, to be more specific, Macedonian philosopher Aristotle believed in terms of politics. It's just natural for people to be political, how they interact with one another, the decisions they make, how they go about making decisions. It is a political process for the human being. And that's just part of our structure, our nature, as we can see here. So hopefully that's brought out in our discussions that we have throughout this semester and other processes that we take place in doing. If you have any questions, there's my email. You'll see it on the syllabus, and I hope to hear from you. And there may be times in which I respond to the question that I will ask you to be more specific about what you're exactly seeking. And so that can happen. Don't be discouraged by that. Just think it over and come back to me, and then have a greater effort made to say exactly what you would like for me to address in your question. Glad to have you in this class again, and look forward to interacting with you throughout this semester.